Now, we are getting to the heart and the soul of the ASU+GSV Summit, which is the GSV Cup.
This is my favorite part
of
of our finale tonight, because this is the competition. There's 750 companies who have applied for this competition. It was narrowed down. They've been competing all week. It was first narrowed down to 200. Then it was further narrowed down to 20. And now it has been narrowed down to the final 3. And you're going to get to hear from all 3 of these companies' CEOs tonight, their pitch, and ultimately, you're going to get to decide who goes home with the grand prize of $250,000 of non-dilutive capital this evening. So, we hope you're excited. We hope you're ready to listen and render your judgment. Julia, who do we have up first?
Well, please join me in welcoming Maria Barrera, CEO of Clayful.
Hi, everyone. I'm Maria, and I'm the founder and CEO of Clayful. I want you to raise your hand if you or someone you know struggled with their mental health during the pandemic. Look around. You're not alone. The pandemic affected all of us in some way, shape, or form, but it affected kids the most. All these headlines, they're true. Kids are struggling, and the problem is that our system can't support it. For one, there aren't enough licensed clinical providers, which means kids are either not getting access or they have to wait a really long time to get care. And most importantly, the adults who have historically been there to support kids, adults, teachers, caregivers, they're also going through their own mental health struggles and can no longer provide the support these kids need. So that's where we come in. Clayful increases access to mental health support by providing, through a combination of tech, content, and workforce innovation. On the surface, we provide text-based coaching to kids. But the secret sauce is that we address the provider shortage by giving everyone, former teachers and nurses, college students, all of you, the ability to become a coach. And we do that through a proprietary training and certification model that's both accessible and scalable. And it works. Through text-based coaching, kids can work through the small things, the fights with friends, the issues at home, before they become big things. And that's so important because those big things, they need clinical intervention. And like I said before, there's just not enough clinical providers to meet that demand. And the demand is so high right now, which is why we partner with schools. Because schools are the one place we know we can reach every kid. And there are unprecedented levels of funding to be able to address this crisis so that families don't have to. And schools want this too, because the text-based coaching acts as an extension of their team. And on top of that, they get increased visibility to what their kids are going through, as well as access to mental health content that is tailored to what their kids are going through. So this gives them the ability to reach more kids and spend more time with those who need it the most. Our team cares deeply about this because we've worked in education and have lots of experience building for kids. We worked together at the EdTech Giant Nearpod, where we built, launched, and developed products for districts all over the country. And I'm an engineer and go-to-market leader with experience scaling companies, while Melissa is an amazing experience and content designer, a parent to kids in this age range, and a former educator. And we're supported by an incredible team of advisors and investors with experience in behavioral health, health tech, and education. We've been doing this for 4 months. And in those 4 months, we built our product, trained our first cohort of coaches, and launched our first district deal. We're moving so fast, not just because we're the best team to build this, but because we feel so much urgency to give every kid someone to talk to, so that those little things don't become big things down the road. So now, I just want to thank all of you, because since 24 hours ago, I've gotten so many messages from districts wanting to get Clayful at their schools, from some of you wanting to become coaches, and others just wanting to share their own struggles with mental health. We're trying to do something that has never been done before. Provide equitable access to mental health support to every single kid at no cost to them. And together, I know we can do it. Thank you so much.
Wow, Maria, that was amazing.
Yes, thank you so much. And now please join me in welcoming Pato Bichara, CEO of Collective.
Hola, everyone. Hola, I'm Pato Bichara, CEO of Collective, and I want to share with you how we're transforming business education and leadership for Latin American leaders. As you've probably seen in the news, Latin America is going through a huge transformation, with multinationals going into digital, US and European tech companies coming into the region, and unicorns and startups in hypergrowth. And for the first time in a region's lifetime, the constraint for economic growth is not access to capital, but to leadership and managerial talent. And that's exactly the problem we're solving. We're Latin America's Challenger University, where we're accelerating leaders through live cohort-based classes with an innovative, adaptable curriculum that updates like software, with professional mentors serving as professors, a tech-enabled, asset-light, no-campus model, and very importantly, our lifelong learning community. We have achieved $2 million in ARR and 30% quarter-to-quarterly growth. How do we do this? Through two successful products. Our Master in Business and Technology, with over 500 students and alumni to date for corporate entrepreneurs, and then enterprise learning programs, where we've trained more than 6,000 managers and leaders in business, technology, and life skills. These two products complement each other beautifully through a product and marketing flywheel that has allowed us to grow pretty much organically with very limited marketing investments. Who exactly are we serving? In the B2C side, we're helping corporate entrepreneurs and innovators, as well as startup leaders. In the B2B side, we partner with chief people officers and L&D leaders to raise the level of their talent. We're led by the most beautiful, diverse, and incredible team in the higher education space in Latin America, including a former CEO of the Polsky Center of the University of Chicago, and leaders coming from the Comité Español Olímpico, Acámica, and Netflix, and more, supported by more than 150 mentors and professors. We've become, in a few years, the #1 professional community in the region. And I want to share with you 3 specific stories so you understand the impact that these leaders are having. First is Andrea, the VP of Finance and Sustainability of Grupo Herdes. You probably have their salsas in your pantry. She's co-leading a $15 million digital investment with Google to transform the organization in the next 5 years. Margie is leading YouTube's creator program in Mexico, one of the key markets of the company. And finally, Diego, one of our youngest learners, just won 2 weeks ago the best-in-class startup at South by Southwest with a very innovative product, which is disrupting the white cane for blind people. Give it up for Diego. We also obtained outstanding academic results with an NPS twice traditional business school and completion rates of 91%, which are industry leading. And more importantly, the return on investment of our students, it's 1 year compared to 18 years to the top traditional MBA in Latin America. Finally, let's talk about growth. We've grown 4 times since the pandemic started, and we're on track to triple again this year. And most importantly, we'll become very soon the #1 MBA in Latin America. We have product market fit with beautiful unit economics. Our LTV to CAC ratio is about 23 times. And our logo retention on the enterprise side, it's at 93%. So guess what? We're going to go tackle the market and serve over 80 million professionals in Spanish-speaking LATAM and 1,000 organizations. And for that, we'll be raising a seed round this summer with the vision to become the #1 university in the region and expand to Colombia, Central America, and the US Hispanic markets. We hope you join us in building Latin America's future and vote for us. Thank you.
Great job, Pato. That was amazing.
It's going to be a tough competition. For our third and final presenter tonight, please put your hands together for Bukola, CEO of Kibo.
Good evening. Hi, everyone. My name is Bukola, and I'm the CEO of Kibo School, where we're building an online university to provide STEM degrees to African students. Africa is the world's youngest and fastest growing region. By 2050, 1 in 3 young people will be African. So this means the workforce of the future, the people who are going to solve our most pressing problems, are growing up on the continent of Africa. But the education system is struggling to keep up. Across the continent, students wait for years to get a spot at university. In Nigeria, over 1 million students each year apply for and don't get into a local university. And for those who do get a spot, the quality is low. 20 to 40% of university grads are unemployed. And that's because our universities are not giving students the science and technology skills they need to be in demand. So the entire continent of Africa, that's 1.2 billion people, has just about the same number of professional software developers as the state of California. And I have experienced this problem firsthand. My dad moved to the US from Nigeria in the 70s to go to university. My siblings and I, we were all born in Nigeria and raised there, but we also moved for a better education. Immigration opened up opportunity for our family, but most people are not going to get that shot. And that's why we're building Kibo. We exist to increase the supply of high-quality education available, and we can only do this online. And so online learning is not new, but the first generation of online learning focused on digitizing content. Lots of people signed up for classes, but very few people succeeded. So our learning platform delivers content to keep our costs low. But content is just one small part of it. Our students complete 3 terms of coursework and then do an internship each year. They get to apply their skills in the real world, earn credit for their work, and earn income. But our real differentiator, the thing that brings it together, is our cohort-based learning experience. Human connection is at the heart of learning. So we're building technology not to remove humans, but to scale their impact. So at Kibo, our instructors don't lecture. Instead, they coach students, and they have predictive analytics to help them identify who is struggling and to intervene. We're building algorithms that match students for group work and peer-to-peer tutoring. So at Kibo, you're learning online, but not alone. And we know this will work because we have taught classes to over 200 students from 8 countries since we've launched. And the most important part for all our students is learning together. Over 80% of students who have attended class at Kibo want a degree. So that's what we're doing next. We have secured accreditation, and we'll be launching a bachelor's degree in computer science this October. Thank you. And our entire degree will cost just $6,000. Our team is tailor-made for this opportunity. I've spent over a decade building education software, including as product lead for Google Classroom. Keno was the dean of faculty and founding engineering faculty at African Leadership University. Rob was the master teacher at Flatiron School and curriculum engineer at Make School. We are deeply committed to rebuilding higher education for quality and scale. Thank you.
Wow.
Do we go now?
Okay.
Great job.
Wow.
She was amazing. They were all amazing, right?
How are we going to decide? Well, we're not going to decide. You're going to decide. So, Now is the part of the competition where you're going to decide which one of these lucky entrepreneurs leaves here with the first place prize of $250,000 of non-dilutive capital, second prize, $150,000, and third prize, $100,000. So we need your help. Please get out your phones. Get out your phones. Who should win the GSV Cup? When you get your phone out, please remember you can only vote once, and you text your vote to the number 218-414-7813. Text the number 1 to vote for Clayful. Text the number 2 to vote for Collective. Text the number 3 to vote for Kibo. All right, I see people's faces lighting up. It means phones are out.
Keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. And of course, none of this would be possible without the generosity of our sponsors. We have Google Cloud, Holon IQ, Hubspot for startups, and of course, GSV Ventures. So, Tyler, I believe you won this back in the day. What would winning any of these prizes mean for the entrepreneurs?
It's true. At Clever, we won this very award 9 years ago when we were just starting out. And winning the GSV Cup, it put Clever on the map. It changed our trajectory as a company, and it gave us the best possible chance to succeed. And it meant to us that people believed in what we were doing. And so I cannot wait to see what lucky entrepreneur is going to leave tonight with that same wind at their back and support of this community in achieving their dreams.
Well, Tyler, one of my favorite phrases is this whole notion of ramen profitability. Can you talk about that and how that might play out in the context of this competition?
Yeah. Well, there's a concept in startups when you make it so far enough that you can afford to feed yourself ramen and can subsist on that. And I got to say, the prizes in this competition have grown so much. I think the winners here tonight, I think they're going to pass ramen profitability. I think this is like sushi profitability or caviar profitability.
Exactly. We're going to get into caviar, right?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
It's really exciting to see. All right, if you haven't voted yet, get your phone out. We're going to close voting any moment.